Hey guys, so I just finished reading Jessica Jones, Marvel's Jessica Jones #1. I know this is I think it's a Comixology exclusive prelude to the Jessica Jones Netflix series. It's written by Brian Michael Bendis and art by Michael Gatiss and covered by David Mack. It's a definitely interesting book. It's only about 12 pages and stuff, but it's definitely interesting book, and I haven't read that many comic books recently, but it's definitely an interesting book, with the prelude of Jessica Jones, and it's cool that there's Daredevil straight in it, and that's a very cool. I mean, he's in it a little bit, but not so much in it. He's referenced pretty much in it, but they kind of show flashbacks with him in it because it's a comic book, which is definitely interesting, and it's cool that they have the characters who they have, and it'd be interesting to see what they pretty much if episode 1 of Jessica Jones picks up right off where this is, because I feel like there could be some sort of a cliffhanger there and stuff like that, kind of doing that. I mean, obviously, I feel like, they're not going to do these prelude comics. They never make it so that, you have to have read that prelude comic to be able to understand Jessica Jones. But obviously, they're not going to do that. There's so many people who will watch the show that won't read this comic book. I know my dad and my brother probably love Daredevil and stuff, so they'll probably may not end up reading this comic book unless I recommend it to them. But they'll definitely watch the show when that comes out. So that's definitely interesting comic book. There's not much to really story-wise to talk about. The art is pretty interesting. I mean, if you like, it's the same art as the Alias comic, but definitely not as violent as much. I mean, I never read the original Alias comic, Alias #1, first appearance of Jessica Jones and stuff. But from what I do know, it's very there's a lot of curse words and stuff like that, and there's no curse words in this, and they're all the curse words are kind of PG-13'd out, or all kind of comic booked out. They're blurred out, or bleeped out, whatever the comic term is and stuff. So definitely is interesting. Definitely can't wait to see how this affects the story, and it's cool to see the connections. It pretty much just takes this story and kind of connects it to. Takes Jessica Jones and Daredevil and pretty much makes the connection right there. Now, not like overall, it's not the whole Fisk storyline of Daredevil, which was the entire main story of Daredevil, but that does make a connection with with the Daredevil and stuff like that. So you got the Turk Bears and Daredevil and stuff like that, where it really makes a connection there. So that's pretty much all there is in this comic. So yeah, otherwise, it's a pretty good comic for what it is, but definitely can't wait to see how it, if we pick up right where it left off. So I could see we doing that because there is a little bit of a cliffhanger at the end of this, but I'm not sure if we're going to, pick up right there after that or whatever. Technically there is. I mean, technically there's not, the cliffhanger is there, but, if you know who Jessica Jones is, you know what her powers are, there's not really a cliffhanger, but we'll have to wait and see on November 20th. So let me know, guys, if you read this comic, and what do you think about it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.